Hey guys, Papa Dan here. How's everybody? Hey, I just wanted to jump on here and give you a quick update on what's going on here. As you all know by now, the Jaxcon show was yesterday. I'm filming this late Sunday night, so it'll probably be Monday when most of you see it. In fact, it's actually early Monday morning right now. So it will be Monday when you see it. But as you probably know, you've seen Tom's video and Rick Zink's videos and the Godfather's video with his grandson Grayson. But Jaxcon show was yesterday, and it was a great show. Unfortunately, I couldn't spend that much time there. I was only there for a couple of hours. But I had a great time. So, but I'm going to save what I got at the show to the end of the video. I'm going to save the good stuff to the end. Update on the Tom Daniels build. That one, I hate to do this because I know it sounds like, oh, here goes Papa Dan again. But I am going to put that one on hold, and there's a couple reasons for that. I had somebody contact me that can do the tracks for me, because if you remember my last video, I had asked if anybody knew where I could get 1/24th, 1/25th scale tank tracks, and somebody, a real good friend, responded to me and said, hey, I can do it for you. I can cast them in resin, I guess. But the only problem was he had to wait for the weather to warm up where he's at. I guess the resin and the cold weather don't play nice together. So, but that's okay. That works out good, because the cups that I was showing you in the last video are actually doing pretty well. Big Eddie, Ground Zero Customs, and Jeff, your cups, I'll be jumping on those first thing tomorrow morning. I should have them done and ready to ship out like middle of the week, maybe end of the week at the very latest. More like the middle of the week. This weekend and the last week and a half have just been absolutely crazy. As I'm sure a lot of you know, Toys R Us announced that they are closing 161 stores between Toys R Us and Babies R Us. And guess whose store is one of them that's closing? So it doesn't really affect me that much, because I was planning on retiring in March anyways. So the only thing it did to me was that it just postponed my retiring, because the last day that we can be in the building is April 16th. And if I stay till then, if I stay right up until the very end, I will get a severance package, because they're going to fire me and lay me off, let me go, however you want to put it. That all means the same thing. But I'll get a severance package, plus I'll get a retention bonus for sticking around until the very end. Well, I was planning on retiring on my birthday, March 10th, so to stay until April 16th and get an extra couple of checks, it's a no-brainer to me. So take them for whatever I can get them for. So that's what I'm doing. My retirement has actually been postponed now. It'll be middle of April is when I'll be retiring. But the cups are doing good. And I got a couple here just to show you that I did for some other people. Lady had ordered 2 of them for her nieces. This is one of them. Her initial there. And she's a cheerleader, so she wanted something to do with cheerleading on it. So that's what I had come up with for her. And then her other niece, which there's her initial, and she's a wild animal lover. So we came up with a zebra striped heart and leopard print heart. So that's what I did for her. And then had another friend of my daughter's, actually. Her son is a huge Spider-Man fan. She wanted to know if there was anything I could do with a Spider-Man on it for her in the small size cup. So this is what I did for her son. I actually went out and bought an old comic book and just picked out some pictures and cut them out, and we got them on the side of the cup. And there's actually, you know, the protective coating on it, so it's not coming off. It's not coming off at all. So I'm excited for her to see that one. I think she's really gonna, and so is he. I'm sure he's gonna like it. So just a couple of cups that we're doing, and I got about, I don't know, besides the 3 that I'm doing for the YouTube guys, because Brian, I'll have your cup by the end of the week too, the cup for your wife. Brian, don't ever forget your wife, man. Come on. You get yourself in all kinds of trouble doing that. Just giving you a hard time, Brian. Anyways, the cup for your wife I will definitely have by the end of the week. I'm going to get Jeff's and Big Eddie's done first, and then I'll get on your second cup. But then my daughter has, I think she came home with nine orders, something like that. Yeah, like 9 orders for cups from where she works. So cups are doing pretty good. I'm pleased with that. So okay, enough on that. Moving right along. Jaxcon. Guys, I gotta tell you, I've been going to model shows, what, it's like going on 4 years now since I've gotten back into the hobby. And been to Modelpalooza a couple of times, the big show up in Atlanta, been up there, and Jaxcon here. We went down to a show in Tampa once, and I gotta tell you, Jaxcon is a good show. A little on the small side, but it's a good show. A lot of good builds on the table. I think it may have been down a little bit this year as far as builds on the table, because of the fact that, or at least it seems to me like there wasn't quite as many as there was last year. But I think the reason for that is because there was also AtlantaCon on the very same day. So I know probably a lot of you guys that are living up in Georgia area went to Atlanta instead of coming down here to Jax. So understandable. So I hope next year they separate them at least by a weekend. You know, have one on this weekend, one on the next weekend, or one and then one the previous weekend, or something like that. Separate them. Let's not have them on the same day, guys. Everybody will benefit that way. So, but I gotta tell you, I scored big time. I mean to tell you, I scored big time. Back when I did the video, show me your stash, and the how'd you get into modeling, the 3 questions that everybody was asked to do a video on, and everybody was doing the videos on those 3 questions. I mentioned a couple of kits in that video, or one of those videos. I'm not sure which one it was, but there's 3 kits that were right at the top. My top 3 of my Holy Grail kits. I got 2 of them at Jaxcon. So we'll start with the small one, and then we're going to work our way up. The first one is, now I was looking for the big scale and didn't find that one, but I did find the 124 scale, or is it 125th? 124 scale Red Baron. So that was really cool. I was really excited about that. And found this one totally by mistake. Tom, Rambler69, was standing next to me. And I moved one card to show it to Rick, and behind it sat this one. And it was down at the bottom of the stack, and the stack was, you know, yay high. And I'm like, is that what I think it is? Oh, geez, it is. So, but the guy was asking 20 bucks for it. I got it for 15. So that's one. Now, the other one that I had mentioned in that video was the very first model that I made, going all the way back to when I was about Caleb's age. Maybe Caleb's 11, so I may have been 12 or 13 at the very most, but right around in that age. Right around in that bracket right there. But it was called the Mako Shark. And look what I found. The Mako Shark. Oh yeah. And it's a mini craft kit. It's a 1/20th scale, so it's a little bigger. But it's nice. It's nice. It was completely shrink wrapped when I bought it. Of course, I've opened it up and I've been looking through it and everything. And this is a nice kit. Really nice. So that's the 2 that I got off of my list. The only one that I didn't find on my Holy Grail list was the cord, the old cord that I'm looking for. But we'll keep looking for that. Now, walked up, was looking at this one, and it was basically just the size of it that attracted me to it to begin with. It certainly wasn't the box. Because the box, I'm going to show you here, is trashed. the box is really nasty. But the model inside is great. There's not a thing wrong with it. But I was looking at it, and the guy came up to me and he says, you like your bigger scale models? And started talking to me and everything, and started pulling it out of the box and showing it to me. But he says, I'll tell you what. He says, I'll let you have it for $5. He says, the box is trashed on it. It's already started. The motor was started on it. And he says, and I'm tired of hauling this thing back and forth from show to show. And I said, well, I'll think about it. So, walked away, came back. Well, then he had another large scale and model, a different car. And I was looking at that one, and he said he wanted 50 bucks for that one. I'm like, yeah, that was kind of pushing the limit on that one. So I said, let me think about it a little bit more. So I walked away. About 20 minutes later, I went back. And he says, you still thinking about it? And I said, well, I'll tell you what. I said, I'll give you 45 bucks for both of those kits. And the guy said he'd take it. 45 bucks for what I'm about to show you. I couldn't believe it. The first one is a 1/12 scale 67 vet. So this is the good one. Everything is still in the bag. I mean, this one is great. So that's this one. Then the really big one that I was telling you about. Set that one down. It's a 1/8 scale. Trying to get my chair moved around here so you can see it. A 1/8 scale Jaguar. I mean, this puppy is huge. It is huge. And I'll show you what I mean by the box being, I mean, here's the box. I mean, the flaps are just, it's all beat up. I mean, it looks like it's been through the war and back. But the kit itself is in great shape. There's the, whoa. There's the body, and you can see how it measures 21 inches, just like this. I mean, that's without bumpers or anything on it. Just like this, it's 21 inches long. So I mean, that's a huge kit, and you can, if the camera's picking it up, I mean, you can see that for as old as a kit as it is, it's in great shape. I mean, a little bit of cleaning here and there, but I mean, there's like a couple of dirt spots right up in here, but a little bit of cleaning and she'll be good to go. The instructions are pretty yellowed, but they're still readable, and all the illustrations are, you can still see them and everything. Now, one thing that isn't in here are the wires. So I got to come up with my own spark plug wires. But I was talking to Tommy, Colonel Reb, tonight. We were chatting, and this is what's done on the engine. And the rest of all the engine parts are in the box here and in this little bag. So, but you know what? I didn't dig deep enough. The wires are here. They're right there. So I got the wires. Sweet. I didn't even see them because it's in the compartment with all the black parts, and I didn't even see the black wire sticking out from underneath them. Sweet. So that just saved me from having to look for that. So anyways, good deal just got better. But that's what started on the motor. But that's all that's done to it. So, and everything else, all the chrome, the clear pieces are a little dusty, a little dirty, but there's no scratches on them. There's no scratches on it at all. So, you know, I've got the headlight glass, and I mean, it's The windshield and the back window are the same way. And the all the chrome is still in the bags. So Papadan scored. I am really excited about this. And so I'm gonna have to make a decision here what to build next. Because it's not all fitting in my closet back here. I got to build something to replace it with something else. So it's either going to be because I got to build something big in order to get these last two big boxes in there, if I'm not going to build these right away. So it's either going to be a big Gundam, because I do have another PG size Gundam, a Bandai Gundam, that I could build him, or I may just build one of these. I don't know. I'm going to get some cups caught up first. That's going to be my top priority. The first part of this week is getting these cups caught up, and then we'll see if any more orders come in, and we'll go from there. But then I'm going to be jumping into, I'm not sure yet which one. Well, I can tell you this, it's going to be something big. It's either going to be a big Gundam or it's going to be a big car. And I got some big planes in there too. Could be a big plane. I don't know, we'll see. So anyways, that's what's been going on here. Just finished putting down a new floor in Caleb's room. That was loads of fun. Tore up the old carpet that was in his room, and I had gotten some tile, so we put down some tile in his room instead of the carpet, and then his mom's going to buy an area rug to kind of put in the center of the room there. So that took me most of the weekend. My knees and my back aren't as young as they used to be. That's laying tile, spreading all that glue, and then laying the tile out, and cutting around angles and all that kind of stuff. That's a young man's game. And this ain't a young man no more. I'm not afraid to admit it. So, okay guys, I'm just starting to ramble. So, shop cards, if anybody's interested in a shop card from Caleb and I, just let me know down below. We can get one out to you. We still got plenty of shop cards available. So I think that's about it. Had a good time at Jaxcon. Really enjoyed meeting everybody and hanging out with everybody. Like I said, I wish I could have just been there longer. But next year. And there's always more shows coming up later this year too. So, okay guys, I won't take up any more of your time. Y'all have a good week. Be safe out there. And we'll talk to you on the next update. See ya.